Baby, what? We were talking one night. She was at the clinic, and we'll figure it out together. It's been a few months. Out of here. You can't leave the diner. Get out of my way. You need to listen. Maybe I should stay with the others from the bus.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys because today we have to talk about From season 2, and yes, the show is available to watch on Prime Video. And Kristi and Marielle's relationship is everything. At the beginning I was kind of worried because I thought Kristi would actually fall for someone else, but it didn't happen. And when I saw, you know, how Kristi and Marielle just match each other and the way they work on the relationship, especially with everything that is going on, it just really made me watch the whole show. But before we get into more details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and also let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments as well if you guys have watched the show and what would you personally rate it from 1 to 10. And I also want to say that I've activated the super stickers to the channel just in case any of you would like to make a small donation. It will also help the channel go a really long way. So let's get right into more details regarding the show. So basically, like I already said, the show is called From, yes, and it currently has 2 seasons available and each season has 10 episodes. So basically it follows the resistance of a small town struggles to find out which mystery unknown forces keep them from leaving. Yes, so basically it's a group of people that is trapped in a small town and they are figuring out how to get out of it because there is a force, a dark force that is keeping them from leaving, you know, the town. And they have no connections. That it's like an abandoned town with no connections. They are figuring out what's going on, a lot of darkness, a lot of just a whole lot going on. Kristi is queer. She's engaged to a woman named Marielle. Before she got stuck in the town in the beginning of season 2, the couple finally reunite after 6 months not having no news from each other. Yes, note Kristi one day just, you know, vanished without no trace, and Marielle was worried and didn't know what to do. Kristi's disappearance eventually, you know, led Marielle to relapse. Marielle was on her way to rehab center when she got stuck in the same town as Kristi. I know it might sound a little bit confusing. So basically, moral of the story, on season 1 you don't see Marielle. You know, Marielle is just like a fictional character at that point. Kristi, you know, she's there, she's a doctor, she's helping out the people who get hurt. She's still struggling to, you know, to find out a way on how to, you know, leave the town because she feels like she abandoned Marielle, and she still, you know, keeps Marielle close to her because, you know, she just vanished from the planet Earth, and she knows that, you know, Marielle is worried and she might feel, and she has this guilt that Marielle might feel like she abandoned her and disappeared, but that wasn't the case. She actually got trapped in this town. So Kristi actually started to develop a kind of very strong relationship with another guy on the show, which is a very good guy. You know, he's very respectful, he's very helpful, but Kristi couldn't find a way to pursue anything with him because, you know, Marielle insisted Marielle is her fiance, was always on her mind, you know, and she felt like she didn't want to pursue anything with this guy, knowing that she still has unfinished business with Marielle, which is her fiance, you know. So in season 2, in the beginning of season 2, you know, Kristi and Marielle actually ends up reconnecting, and at that point Marielle was super upset with Kristi. She was like, hey, you abandoned me, why did you leave? You don't know what I went through this 6 months without you. All of this time, me and your parents, we were looking for you. We went to the police and you were only 2 hours away from us. What's going on? You changed, you different. And basically just blaming Kristi for everything, and Kristi was taking it in because she, you know, she understands where Marielle comes from. It's not normal for you to set up a date with your partner and then they just don't show up and then they disappear for 6 months, and then you go on a bus and you end up, you know, basically reuniting with her very unexpectedly after 6 months, and you realize that she was only 2 hours away from you. So she kind of feel manipulated and she felt like, you know, Kristi basically betrayed her. But then Kristi ends up explaining explaining everything to her. At the beginning, Marielle, she was against it. She didn't accept anything. But then when Marielle actually starts to see everything that was happening in the town, since she was also now trapped in the town, she was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Now we have to adapt to this new reality to try to figure out a way out of this. But while all of that was happening, Marielle, she has a substance problems, and she actually ended up relapsing before, reconnecting with Kristi. And, Marielle kinds of blame Kristi for her relapsing because, because of Kristi's disappearance. And when Kristi actually found out that Marielle, she relapses, and the reason why she's actually trapped in that town is because she was actually on her way to, the rehabilitation center, and that's how she actually ends up at the town. And the fact that Marielle actually lied to Kristi about it, it really, really hurt Kristi. And when she found out, since Kristi is a doctor, she had to hide the medications from Marielle, and Marielle was feeling guilty because she was using the medications, at the clinic that Kristi works at, that she's in charge of at this case, and she had to hide all the medications. And Marielle went on to this sober journey again, which was very difficult for her. She had to go detox, but Kristi was with her all the way, and Kristi also had to handle the whole other things that were happening on the side, when it comes to the monsters and all of that. And Marielle just was going through a very, very very hard detox program that she just had to clean herself up. She started to feel guilty because she felt like she was holding Kristi back. She wanted Kristi to move on with her, but Kristi was always by her side and say, hey, part of this is my fault. I'm not 100% my fault because you are grown and you know what you do. But I can understand, that I also play a role in it, and you're my partner, you're my girlfriend, you are my fiance, and I'm also a doctor, so I'm here to take care of you. So Marielle was basically, Kristi was just helping Marielle get through her soberness and get her soberness back. But it was very difficult because Marielle started to get possessed. She started to have very dark dreams. She felt like just very, very difficult and dark moments for her. And there came a point at the last episodes that I really thought that Marielle will pass away because she got possessed. She was struggling. Her health was just going down and down and down. And Kristi was starting to panic because she didn't know what to do anymore. She was trying to do anything to save her girlfriend, her fiance in this case. But with the minimal resources that she has, it's just very, very difficult. And, after that, Marielle, Kristi in this case, she was just, making time, hoping that, Marielle would get better because she wasn't getting better. And at the end of the last episode, yes, on episode 10, that's where Marielle finally got her spirit in her soul and she just woke up and she was her again. And Kristi was so happy because she was really, really afraid to lose the woman who she loves. And they just smiled and hugged each other and just were like, wow, it was a big relief knowing that it's not the end. I'm not 100% sure if there's gonna be a season 3, but I really hope there will be, because at this point, Kristi, at this point, Marielle, she still doesn't know that the guy that likes Kristi. That conversation was still not brought up, so hopefully in season 3 there will maybe be something to see and to discuss, because the guy made it clear that he loves Kristi and it's hard for him to see Marielle and Kristi together, but he also wants her to be happy. So maybe that will be a topic that they will proceed more in season 3. But yes guys, that's basically it. For more details and for specific details, go watch From season 2 to follow the story.